Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I'm going to go and get my tiara because this video is going to feature a bit about the tiara. We've been busy, haven't we?
We have.
Up to never mind what. And just looked on the news and I see the Mirror. You're familiar with the Mirror?
Yeah. The one in the bathroom.
The newspaper.
No, the Daily Mirror, the paper. Ignore me.
It's very in favour of Meghan and Harry, tends to leak things for Meghan particularly, I've noticed, and then things come to pass. Russell Myers, he works for the Mirror, and he said Catherine wouldn't be going to Earthshot, and I at the time said, I wonder if that's accurate or if it's the royal family leaking stuff to Russell so he gets it wrong, like the Queen's body being on the train. But Catherine didn't go to Earthshot, so Russell is in the know. The lovely, I like Russell Meyer actually. He's really nice. He's the one who's always on Lorraine. Young chap. So, the latest in the Mirror is Meghan wants Harry to make up with his father and his brother and get her an invite to Sandringham for Christmas. But she's not going to do it herself because she's distancing herself. But he's got to fix it and she's given him the ultimatum. What do you think? I'm just going to get my tiara. Would you like yours? What do you think?
Yeah, go on. What do I think? I think Harry just does as he's told, doesn't he? Because she ties him to the bed at night and whips him and tells him what he's got to do tomorrow. Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
I disagree.
Gimpud on.
I disagree. I disagree.
I think he loves it. I think he laps it up. So he ain't never going to argue with her, is he? He's going to do what she says, what Meghan says. Meghan gets.
Well, it's funny you should mention that, you know. But I think, yes, that was the case, but I don't think it is the case at this moment in time. I think he's sick of her. Sick of her. I think this is her PR, putting that out there.
I think his bottom's had enough. Needs time to heal.
What Meghan wants, Meghan gets. That's another thing. Newsweek have done an article tonight all about Tiara Gate, where they say Harry says there never was a big row over the tiara, and then he goes into a great big explanation in Spare of how there was a row over the tiara and how he'd like to Angela Kelly.
Unless he didn't write Spare and it was all a misremembered book that he wrote.
Are you suggesting that the Duke of Sussex didn't write Spare?
I doubt it.
Well,
I think
then, who?
I think he will have spoken into a dictaphone, and then she will have spoken into her dictaphone, and the sum of the two dictaphones, someone else, some slave was like writing a book for them. Is this okay, Meghan? Is this okay, Harry? Whatever she says, man. Fucking hell, don't start. Just whatever keeps her sweet, yeah.
Well, apparently she took milk and cookies to the author every day, but didn't want to read any of it, just wanted to make
Couldn't
sure
be asked to read it.
He had milk and cookies.
Just make sure you put what I say.
I love the way that Harry goes into great graphic detail over a lip gloss between Catherine and Meghan in the ladies' toilet. I mean, I don't know how Windsor would know anything about that. And he goes into graphic detail about, I don't know, tiaras and tights and loads of girly stuff.
Maybe he's into girly clothes. I watched the Windsors, and the actors that played the Windsors in the Windsors, it's a comedy. Prince Andrew had Harry dressed up as a woman, didn't he, doing sexual favours for businessmen and that. And I just pissed myself. I was crying with laughter watching that show. The Windsors, it's called. If you haven't seen it, I recommend you watch it because you'll be crying with laughter.
You keep recommending it.
I do, it's brilliant. Harry Enfield. And he goes, okay, just the one. And then he wakes up dressed as a Nazi in a prison cell.
They were really mild on Meghan though, weren't they?
They were way off the mark on Meghan, yeah. They got Camilla down to a T, didn't they?
I don't think so. Getting back to Sandringham.
Go on.
Right, someone's been rude as shit to you for, say, 3 years. Rude as shit. And then they want you to host them for Christmas?
To be their best friend and pay for their Christmas.
And what would your answer be?
I'd say tell them to beep. And they can beep and beep, beep. Tell them to stay there, beep, away from Sandringham.
Yes, that's what I might call the video. Tell Meghan to stay there, beep.
Unless they come to Sandringham on their hands and knees, grovelling all the way up the drive, and tear their clothes and throw dust on their heads.
Oh no, don't. Jeremy Clarkson got into terrible trouble for saying things
It's
like
a biblical expression. You can't.
Oh, the sugars won't understand anything about the Bible. What's the Bible? Vogue magazine. My God, we'll all get it in the neck from the sugars. Sugars are turning on Harry. Harry, I really don't think he is doing what she wants. It's like
Don't you?
that Mirror article, the way it's written is, an insider says Meghan is giving Harry an ultimatum. To me sounds like she's talking to him through the article. You better fix this. You better do this. Like he's in another destination somewhere, behind a wall of lawyers.
The sooner he gets rid of her, the better. Has he got any money left?
I don't think so. That's another thing. If you read the article, link will be in the description. It very much comes across because the insider says Meghan is freaking out because of Family Guy and other disasters, and says no deals are coming in, and their only chance is for Harry to get an invite for her to Sandringham so she can boost
The money's
her
run out.
career.
That's what it says to me, and they need a top up.
I think the reason
'Cause-
he's going along with appearances and stuff like that, looking
So
miserable
she's
in,
chomped through his 40 million.
it's for the kids. There's obviously a custody thing going on, isn't there?
That's if there are any kids. I mean, between you and me, I'm not convinced.
Well,
But, you know, I don't know anything.
even Wally was convinced that Archie exists. Her argument was always it was surrogacy of some sort. Me, I don't know. But they say
Who
there are
does,
kids.
for sure.
Well, on their Wikipedia page it says there are kids.
Yeah, but she's also said she's a Hollywood A-lister and the phone will be ringing off the hook.
There was an announcement on a plaque outside Buckingham Palace when Archie was born, not signed by any doctor, unlike Diana, Her Majesty the Queen, Princess Anne, Catherine, Princess of Wales, all the others.
Unlike normal royals.
Yeah, there were no doctor signatures, but there was a plaque saying that a child had been delivered of. So, yeah, I think there's a custody thing going on. And there is a picture of pictures of Harry and Archie, not very many, but there is the one where he was in Canada by the lake. So, I mean, there's a little boy out there. Don't know if there's a little girl like you, I don't know. But I feel that's the only thing now that could... Right, okay, you're right about Windsor. She's got some talents, okay, that he likes.
Yeah.
As a man,
Yeah.
how long would that last when the woman starts to lose her looks?
It could go on indefinitely.
Could it?
She keeps the game up, yeah. It's when she starts...
Really?
Yeah, it's when she starts not playing the game anymore, not wanting to do the creepy things that he wants to do. Then his attitude will change and you think, well, I don't want to be with
Do
you
you think
anymore.
Wallace kept it up to the end?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
For as long as she could, yeah.
I don't.
Well, they have to, don't they? Otherwise they're flicked and their history. I think men are very shallow, especially royals with loads of money. You know, you're not going to put up with some woman who's giving you grief, are you? You know, you're going to get rid of them and trade them in for a younger, more identical but younger looking one. That's what they do, isn't it? That's what they do.
A lot of men do that.
I won't do that, darling.
Well, you have done it. I'm the third one.
No, there won't be a fourth.
Actually, you didn't trade the others in, did you? There was a bit of a
They
gap
left
there.
me, they dumped me.
That won't happen. My love, we're like salt and pepper. We go everywhere together. Unless William Morrison ever say no, go separate ways or something. I don't know. Anyway, if there's any truth in it, I think that's the cheekiest thing I've heard so far, that she wants an invite to Sandringham. Does she really think there'd be no eggs or tomatoes in that walk to church?
I want an invite to Sandringham for Christmas.
Maybe we go Sandringham
Maybe
for
we
Christmas.
should write to the King and say, can we have an invite to some... Everybody out there, everybody watching this video should write to the King and say, We'd like to come to Sandringham for Christmas. Can we please, Mr. King? Thank you, thank you.
Anybody can go and stand outside the church on Christmas Day.
Yeah, but you can't go and have dinner with the king in the palace, or whatever it's called, the Sandringham.
Yeah, I've got to say, she's got some cheek after that Oprah thing, after Netflix, after Spare, after Finding Freedom, after the car.
If you write to the king, you can only say no. Yeah. And you can write to the papers as well. Say, I've written to the king. I've written to the king to ask if I can come to Sandringham. How the fuck do we know about this? Why isn't it all private?
I think it's something to do with Tanner Lady leaking. Anyway, as always, love to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. I personally think it's the cheekiest thing, and it is obvious to me. Money's running out, if there's truth in it. Money's run out. It was obvious. That was the long game for the Windsors.
What would the other reason be? Think of another reason they'd like to go and suck up to the king.
Maybe they do a really good roast turkey on Christmas Day. Maybe she likes the church.
Schnitzel?
I don't know.
Trout?
Yes, maybe she likes fishing, hunting.
Wading round muddy valleys in wellies.
It must be something to do with going to church.
Or feeling the wind and the rain in her face. And the cold.
Sandringham's in Norfolk, Dorcas. It's
Do they not have wind and rain? Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It's Balmoral. Norfolk's
I'm getting
all
confused,
black.
aren't I, between Balmoral and Sandringham. They've got so many houses, the royals.
No, they haven't.
They've got
Traditional
houses all over the place.
And so they should. They're bloody royal.
Yeah. Well.
Anyway, over to you guys. Let us know what you think. I know she's not going to get an invite. You don't have to put that bit. I don't think she's going to get an invite. But do you think she actually, that's her leak? Is that her leaking again? Leak.
For sure. Megsy.
Thank you very much for listening.